What's happening, traders? Welcome back to the next part in the My Forex Funds Challenge. We've got something lining up on GU which looks pretty interesting. So let's get into the charts and take a look. Alright then guys, so jumping onto the charts here, I'm just going to get rid of some of this stuff down here because it's all getting a bit confusing. That's a nice trade we had yesterday. This video was the previous video, so we're now on Monday, which is a new week. And I'm going to have to act kind of fast here because we've kind of already had our entry. Before I started the video, we hadn't. So basically, quick rundown. And in fact, I'm just going to put the trade on first because I wanted to do that entry. We're still pretty good, and we've pulled back a bit, which is good. So we're going to go for a, how many pips is this? 9 pips. So we go for a 30 cents lot on this one. Okay, and we got in down here. First TP is going to be here. Okay, so basically the idea for this trade is we've had a fake out of overnight lows. We actually had a breakout, sorry. So we broke out here, you can see, push down. We had then, since then, come back into the zone. Okay, closed nicely in the zone with a strong bullish candle. We had another candle pushing up, which broke this candle's high. Oh, and then we've also just had this bearish candle, which respected this candle's low. Okay, and then the next candle respected this candle's low and has pushed up, breaking this candle's high. Now I know that all sounds like a bit of a mouthful, but basically we're just running with the momentum of the trade. Okay. Also, what's interesting is to the left here we have this nice looking supply zone which supplied the market and actually created the initial move to push down out of the zone. Okay, it didn't really start up here. There was a bit of, you know, up and down, but from here you can see the strong volumes come in, and if I use my volume indicator tool, I would imagine that the point of control is, yep, right in there. You can see that huge volume cluster here. Okay, and it's right in there. So that's why we're going to take this trade. It's looking pretty good so far. Obviously, we can see we pushed into a little bit of profit. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this, and yeah, hopefully we can get what we're looking for today, which is a successful trade. So I'm just going to make sure I've got everything in place, and I'll be back in a bit when we've got some more info. Now, also just want to jump on here. If we do get up to this area, we could then be looking for sell trades as well. Now, I don't want to do too much, but it is looking like a nice area of supply. Reason for that, we had from last video's trade, we had a big push up. Unfortunately, we didn't have a runner on that. We got closed out for full. Obviously, that runner would have been beautiful, but hey, here's what it is. We've basically got new higher high, new high low, new higher high, new higher low, new higher high, because we broke the closures of these, okay, and closed above. And then from this morning, we had that big push down, which supplied the market and broke this structure to the left here. So we broke this new higher low, and prices pushed down, and therefore we're coming back up. And potentially we could react off here and then create a new lower low and continue to the downside, because as you can see in the overall trend, okay, on the higher time frames, let's say on the 1 hour, you can see we got a new lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then potentially this could continue down to come down and make a new lower low. Okay, so that's kind of the reason for the trade, and yeah, let's see how it goes. And we'll come back in a moment, and hopefully we've got a bit of volume coming in, fill in this fair value gap, taking out our first TP, and then we'll leave a runner or potentially close it out in full because we could have a reaction off that supply zone. So let's see. Okay guys, jumping in, we've had a bit of volume come in, which has pushed us up really nicely into that fair value gap. You can also see on the left on this volume indicator, there is no volume here really, right? So when we get into these areas, price usually likes to run pretty quickly, and as you can see, we're almost at our first TP there, which is fantastic, which is about $14 in profit. I'll just screen record this now. I forgot to do that a second ago. So hopefully we can get up to that first TP. What we might do is if we get above $15, I may take out 30, 20, 80%, but I do feel like we're going to come to the supply zone. There's no real reason why it wouldn't now. Of course, anything can happen, but from experience, there's not much reason for price not to come up to visit this huge volume cluster. As you can see, we're coming in now, and because of that, there we go. I'm going to count that as first TP. I'm going to take 25 cents here, which is 18. There we go, straight on the dot, which is $18 profit there. Okay, and then that is going to give us a run of 5 cents, which we can take up into the supply zone. And if we have a look for our fair value gaps in the zone, we can see that we have one actually here. That's the most extreme. Oh, doing all sorts of stuff here. And we've also got this one here, which is excuse excuse me, the largest one. So there we go. Successful morning, successful trade. That was really nice and quick, actually. Literally was only in the trade for maybe 10 minutes or so. But that first TP is taken. Stop loss is now at break even, and we'll let this run because we may go up, up and away. We don't know, but let's see. So far, a very good result on the challenge so far. We are now 5 for 5 on the trades, which is fantastic. We've had no losing trades. We had one break-even trade, and it is looking good. We are currently $102.54 up on the challenge. Obviously, for phase 1, we need 400. So we're on the way. We're on the way. Obviously, it's trading. I'm expecting a loss at some point, but we're going to try and manage our risk as much as possible to minimize that loss and hopefully cut it out at as close to break-even as possible. Unless, of course, we get the analysis completely wrong and it completely diverts in the other direction. But so far, so good. Very happy. We'll leave this runner going. I'll come back when we see how that resolves. And yeah, if we can get up to sort of this fair value gap here, then I may look just to cancel the runner out, because I do think that this area is going to be a area of resistance and price could push down from there. So let's see. Alright then, guys, and there we go. We have been taken out for our full TP, although it looks like on the TradingView there we haven't quite got it. If you have a look at our at the screen here onto the left, you can see that that runner then ran for an extra $64 in profit, taking our total profit for the day of $23.05, which takes us total towards the challenge of $108.84 on the challenge, which is good. I'm happy about that. Now, obviously, some people could say, why don't you risk more? You could have probably been at your challenge quota by now. True, but I don't want to over risk, because if you over risk and you do get them wrong, then you're going to put yourself on the back foot. We're making steady moves on high probability trades, and that's the best way to trade. Rather than over leveraging yourself and going too quick and almost gambling, make sure your risk management is good. Make sure you're not risking more than you want to, and therefore when you're in the trades, your psychology is going to be good and you're going to stay calm. And as you can see, that was a beautiful trade. So going to leave the video there. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Stay in touch with this journey, and also the couple of vlogs we've got coming out recently. We just had part 1 of the Dubai vlog come out, and maybe even part 2 will be out by the time this one comes out. I don't know. But anyway, go check them out, and thanks for the support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.